could have tanked a little bit further. And torpedoes, this guy should be toggling its special here, just toggling damage. This guy has toggled his damage. These E2s still providing a lot of firepower, as I believe that was an E2 that is and Butters slowly getting the leg up on this engagement here. And folks, Clintsat being hyper aggressive here ends up losing out. Butters all over with the micro, getting things into the repair. Those monsoons soaking up so much damage, if nothing else. If I have to say, a lot of respect now for the monsoon versus E2s. They're just tanks. They're not necessarily super DPS, but they're lower on the defense, and so they get targeted first. And that's where their special comes in, allows them to just soak up a lot more damage than you might otherwise expect, and an opportunity for a vet monsoon. How often do you see one of those? Expecting the towel to be thrown in here any second now. Clint all down to 2 ships, only 1 Intrepid on the way. And you can look at Butters' fleet here, slowly amassing a huge fleet here. This is going to be Butters' warp in, having saved it, going to be able to come in down here and still harass this mining. Going to keep that harassment up. 3 versus 3 here, not a good trade. I really do think that Clint ended up being a tad too aggressive here. He needed to be aggressive, but just a hair, just by a 1/16 of an inch, was he too aggressive. Allowed him to get himself out of position, lose a couple of ships that he didn't need to lose. These Butters is getting a quick kill in, looks to burn some of the... I don't know what he's doing here. Turn around, put some firepower, allow his galaxy to live or something, as he is splitting these guys off, trying to allow one of them to survive. I mean, all things considered, Butters is in the driver's seat here. E2 here. Let's see what he's got in the bread basket. So Clintsat looking to face just this huge fleet of fed ships, and Butters still hasn't veteraned this one monsoon, unfortunately. So these monsoons really just making their presence felt in this game. Butters not able to really come back from this. GG expected anytime soon now. 12 seconds for a warp in, as he's going to move up. Really, this is a suicide mission. If he was serious about putting some damage, he would, I don't know what he'd do at this point, take out the scout. The scout here, Butters has got this really smart scout here. All it's doing is telling him that there is a, if there's miners going over there, so that's ripe for picking. So a warp in coming in, they're going to attack that titanium mining, but all 4 not. They are way too close to that other base. Butters is going to be tipped off by that, and you can see his ships turning around and in, looking to get a little bit of action in as the game winds down. Clintsat getting a kill off on some of this stuff. A veteran needs to be veteran monsoon, as Butters' fleet comes in and just sort of slaughters on this stuff. Monsoons with their special. That torpedo is quite nice. Adds a little bit of extra DPS. Great, makes great for raiding. Those not so sturdy mining ships are great for that sort of stuff. At this point, Butters needs to end it. He's got the ships. Needs to put the final nail in this coffin. As we are looking at the summer tournament winner here, about to clinch the victory. Don't know what he's doing. Literally, he's just waiting at the moment. He's got to build his Armada yard. 2 Armada yards, E2s coming in to crack this base very shortly. Monsoon's looking to soak up the damage. And can I not get a Monsoon veteran, please? Butters is really with this forward base, having put himself in an excellent striking position. Clintsat just knows, just feels where that pressure is coming from. A second E2. Butters also not letting any of his ships, basically not giving his opponent any sort of unnecessary experience. So you can see that's one of the things that he's got a lot of experienced ships because he's killed stuff. One of the problems that Clintsat's aggressiveness gave him as he became a little bit overexposed is that he fed his opponent experience. And so that slowly adds up in terms of small battles over the course of time. So Butters is going to be aware that something is going on, and 10-1 that this here is Butters' Warpin. A pair of galaxies and an ambassador, very, very nice. They're going to be able to come in over here, and like I said, that's all they were there for. That scout was only there for that one little bit of minor. Butters finding that there's a little bit of other stuff going on in the area. Going to go try to clean up some of that. Not going to be able to chase that down. These are faster ships. But in the meantime, Butters going to take advantage of this. His monsoons do have their special. Could be able to knock out all of these guys. Ooh, there goes that torpedo. Burning that guy down. Almost could get it to the edge of the, edge of its life. This starbase looking to be upgraded quite nicely, and it is lots of offense. These monsoons taking a lot of heat from that starbase, and just not. Oh, this galaxy getting a little bit of microed all the way over here. Combined firepower of all of these guys are going to burn this guy down quite quickly, and that there, folks, is basically the last of the offensive power. There's these 3 short-range ships over here. These monsoons going to finish off that miner, pretty much cutting off Clintsat's mining completely, as a trio of short-range ships try to move up. They are not going to find any purchase whatsoever. There is a phaser platform here guarding this area, as Butters putting out the E2s left and right. These guys going in for a quick repair, as we have an E2 army about to pretty much slaughter things. A single steam runner class trying to put a little bit of hurt down on this Radiard, as it is going to basically lose its life here very shortly. This E2 going to get a little bit of experience off this guy, or not, as the steam runner tries to run off. This steam runner happens to have a nice little bit of ranking going on for it. Clintsat never giving up with another warp-in, getting a Galaxy E1 and a steam runner on its own, looking perhaps to challenge this area over here, which is, well, now defended by a bunch of ships. As they form a repair line, they are going to be able to turn around and burn down some of these ships. And we'll see what these guys do. So Clintsat moving in on the mining. Money at this point is almost no point here. Clintsat needs to focus on production or ships, as he just is going to get slaughtered here, crushed from all sides, as Butters brings up his forces on the remaining white ships. White feds, as they try to maneuver out somewhere. Down goes those ships, and these guys are just going to run into another fleet of Purple fed, and these short-range ships trying to get out. This ambassador, ooh, monsoon special. Oh, yeah, there's my vet monsoon. This ambassador trying to get out, could toggle its shields. Oh, as it manages to make its way through the nebula. So that ambassador not really going to do much of anything by itself. Clintsat all resource constrained. Oh, looking for supply constrained as well. At this point, Butters has this is the base cracking fleet. Let's see it work, and we'll see the end of the game. So In the meantime, waiting on the... Waiting on the end game here. Waiting on the end game. And so Butter's moving its way across, slowly moving its way across the map, trying to get the last. Oh, and Clintsat decomming everything. This is literally the end game. Everything's not clickable. Waiting for the 70 seconds for that guy. As Clintsat slowly moves out, as the summer tournament comes to an end, and waiting for the end. Waiting for the end. So this purple mass, and this E2 hiding out over here. Everything going to hide. Don't know what we're waiting on here. 30 seconds for that warp in. Ambassador going to get slowly taken up pieces here. And really, so good game, really good heavy-hitting game. As both players doing awesome job here, and Butter's just needing to clean up.